Hi everyone, thanks for watching. On these videos I try and predict the outcome of tennis matches. I'm just going to do one today. Potapova Kenin in San Diego kicks off at 7:30. I'll be trading this on a live stream for Tennis Profits and TradeShark members. So let's see if I can figure out which way it's going to go. Okay, they played once before. That was in the US Open Juniors back in 2016. Obviously on a hard court, Kenin took that in 2 close sets. Hard win percentages, long term over the last 50 matches, fairly even. Kenin's got the edge in the last 12 months and also in 2023. Last season she lost in the first round to Coco van der Wey. Let's drop down before we look at individual matches. Need to make sure we've got the right filters. So it's hard court, main tour, and 1 year. Just turn off the extra stuff. Just want to see the percentages. So over 12 months, Kenin leads service holds. First serve points 1%, second serve points 1%, and also predicted holds. So on the face of it, that looks pretty confident for Kenin to be the stronger player. Let's have a look in a little more detail. If we look at 90 days, that's only a fairly small sample. 3 matches for Kenin, 6 matches for Potapova. So over 3 months, Kenin is ahead. Service holds, also return points. Potapova leads first serve points 1%, and also return games 1. Big difference. Predicted holds in favour of Kenin on that one. Interesting. Then look at the last month. And similar to the last one, Kenin leads service holds, first serve points 1%, better for Potapova. Second serve's a lot better for Kenin. Return games better for Potapova. And predicted holds better for Kenin. So if we just looked at that, you would imagine Kenin's going to win this. Just see what price we've got. Potapova actually starts at 177 on Betfair. So let's have a look at a bit more detail. Okay, the site hasn't updated with yesterday's matches, which is a little bit disappointing. Got somebody looking at that. First round this week, Potapova beat Parks in 3 sets. I think that was one of the first videos I did of this series. Expected Parks to be competitive. She was. Rain delays maybe had an effect on the actual outcome, but Potapova took it in 3. In the last round, she beat Jabeur in straight sets. I haven't got the stats there, but I do have them. So I can pull them in. And the stats there, Jabeur was awful. Absolutely awful. Very low first serve percentage, 46%. She won 14 of 46, 30% of points on second serve. Potapova was better. It's not an amazing first serve percentage, and to be honest, first serve points won, not amazing either. Slightly better on second serve. She was broken 5 times. Jabeur broken 6. Jabeur did in the second set get into a position to serve for it at 5-4, and not really surprisingly was broken. She had another chance to serve for it at 6-5. Now normally when a player gets broken serving for a set, if they earn the right to serve for it again, which she did by breaking serve, they normally make a better job of it. She didn't. She was so crap yesterday. So they went into a tie break and Potapova took it. Now what else has she done this year? Second round in Cincy. Quarterfinals Miami. Took Pegula to a third set tiebreak. Zheng in straight sets, tight sets, but just the two. Beat Goff. This was back in March. Goff wasn't at her best then, but still a decent result. Goff was 6th in the world at the time. Potapova won that in 3. Easy win over Kostyuk in the second round there. What else? Second round Austin. Second round in Melbourne. Lost to Paris-Diaz. Not a great result. Okay, let's look at Kenin. Now, Kenin, really good win over Kudermetova. Again, that was a match covered on these videos this week. She was slight favourite there, took it in straight sets. Yesterday, what was she doing yesterday? Let's bring up the stats for that one. She played volley nets. She's had all week, she had really heavy strapping on her thigh, and also had some support on one of her shoulders yesterday, and that seemed to be affecting her serve just a tad. In the first set, she was absolutely dreadful. She won 4 points on serve. That's about as bad as it gets. Lost this set 6-1, I think it was. Yeah. No, I was absolutely convinced. She was so bad, I was convinced she was going to retire. She did go for a break after the set. She came back. I thought she was serving first in the second set, and I thought if she gets broken, she's going to quit. She held to 15, I think it was, and a bit of a messy second set. She held there, volley nets held, then Kenin was broken, exchange breaks there, and a very late break gave Kenin the set. In the third, what a mess. Volley nets did not hold once. Kenin broken in her first 2 games. Managed to just about hold it together. She break points in most games, apart from Kenin's last 2 service games. So she did turn it around eventually. Both players looked absolutely exhausted. It was pretty exhausting watching them try to hold serve. Certainly not the smoothest of matches I've ever traded. Right, what else has she done this year? 3 sets against Kazatkina at the US Open. She made the third round in Miami, lost to Andreescu, managed to complete a match. Beat Kalinina straight sets, Storm Hunter in straight sets, decent results there. Second round in Indian Wells, lost to Rybakina 2 tie breaks, no shame in that. Semis in Hobart. Well, beat Kalinina in 3, that was a reasonable result. Losing to Cocchioretto on a hard court, not that impressive really. Kenin was favourite in that. And she made the second round in Auckland, losing to Goff in 2. So this is one of the times when, having traded the previous rounds, can give you a little bit of an insight. Hopefully. Let's see if I get it right or get it wrong. Potapova starts as slight favourite. I think the reason Kenin was able to turn around the match yesterday with volley nets was that volley nets she's not a top player. She's a decent player on a day, but she's not a top player. Potapova, current rank's 27. She's been as high as 21. She was able to take advantage of Jabeur's poor performance yesterday, and Jabeur was poor, and yet still got into a position to serve for the second set. I think if Kenin continues to struggle, the strapping she's had on her thigh is huge. It's so thick. It's about 2 inches thick or something. And if she's also got a problem with the shoulder, that's not going to have got any better by playing 3 sets yesterday. Potapova, stats weren't amazing yesterday. She held it together really well against one of the top players in the world, even though Jabeur's not playing as one of the top best players in the world at the moment. I just think she does have the edge today. She does start as slight market favourite. I'm sure that's being factored into the price. So what I'm going to be doing on this one is I'm going to look to back Potapova around about 2.2 to 2.3. Take at least some liability out at 1.65. And I think because her stats weren't amazing yesterday, she did well. She fought well. I think Kenin can probably nick a set before a leg falls off. So that's the prediction for that one. I'm going to leave it at just the one match today. Thanks for watching these videos, and I will see you on the next one.